Welcome to our pod crew, adventures traveling with a pack of 8 dogs. I'm Danielle and this is Heido, and we just got married. More on that soon. I thought I'd start this year by doing a quick recap to bring us up to date. This adventure started last year in 2022 when we pieced together a little mobile home from an empty cargo van we now call Tibby. Then we did that massive thing that somehow sounds so commonplace until it's actually you doing it yourself. We packed up, sold, and gave away everything that wouldn't fit under the bed in the van. If you haven't done that yet, liberate yourself of all your things, that is. It must be akin to a snake or a lobster shedding skin or shell. You feel so fresh and light and free.
Buy a little house on the farm in Costa Rica.
One thing we couldn't and wouldn't part with, however, even though it was going to complicate our travels immensely, was our pack of 8 rescue and foster failed doggies. In fact, a big part of deciding to travel in a slow way with all of our worldly possessions in tow is our dogs. We simply love being with them, they love being with us, and we all love adventures. So the 24th of May 2022 we set off, not really having too solid of a plan or a set final destination. The general goal was to travel north, enjoying the journey, while simultaneously hoping to find a sailboat along the way. The idea originally occurred to me years ago. I was overwhelmed with my stuff. I felt like I was always giving away boxes and boxes of things, aiming for a more minimal lifestyle, but I never really achieved it. I longed to be free. A wandering gypsy with her dogs, I guess. But how? I pictured parking a motorhome in the yard and carefully filling it with only the essentials and then just driving away from the rest of it. I didn't know it at the time, but I would actually do exactly that. Once I'd found the man of my dreams to do it with, that is. That daydream morphed with time as I discovered sailing channels on YouTube. Why drive in a finite space when you can float and go practically anywhere? So I started looking for sailboats. I treated it like it was practically a full-time job. I was obsessed. In 2019, I flew to Spain to the Canary Islands to take a sailing course. Back at home, Costa Rican import tax is very, very high, so finding a sailboat was very difficult and proved to be unattainable in our budget. We looked abroad, of course, but we had a few hang-ups. We wanted to bring the dogs with us, but I wasn't really into the idea of putting them all on a plane, plus it would have cost a fortune. Heido being from Costa Rica and not having a US visa to visit meant that he couldn't come with me and help sail the boat back. And we actually flew to Guatemala in 2020 together to look at sailboats in the Rio Dulce where we are now. And although that didn't work out, it's crazy to think that our sailboat that we ended up buying was sitting here waiting for us, the boat of my dreams. This way we got here with our dogs all together with all the stuff that we own basically in the world. So now that brings us up to date. Here we are in the Rio Dulce. We're loving life living here. It's so nice to wake up and hear the monkeys in the trees. We have this great marina with nice amenities, nice people, a big pool. And we're getting the hang of the boat life. We're really enjoying going and getting our groceries in our dinghy. And even though we're not on the water yet, because we're still on the hard, it's so close we can see the water. We're almost there. So we're going to be working on painting the bottom, which Heido's already completely sanded the bottom. We're going to throw some bottom paint on. We're going to check our through holes, and then we're going to get splashed very, very soon.
playing with your dinghy. You could just hear her breathe a sigh of relief to be back in the water. Don't know how long it's been. I hope she's fixable.
At the last minute, we realized there's no plug in the bottom, so Heido shoved a stick with a plastic bag wrapped around it in the hole. We hope it'll save it from sinking. Bye, Islita! And other than that, I think our boat is pretty much ready to get some experience on, and we'll figure out the rest as we go. For you sailors out there, we really could use some tips and tricks, so don't be shy to leave us a comment below. Let us know what we're doing wrong. Let us know what we could do better. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you've stuck around to the end, lots to come. Big salty kisses from the pod crew.